it's going to be a fun one to watch. And obviously, Kolin is that character where, you know, just huge damage and stun. Karin is that character, huge damage and stun. Very solid on the ground. Look at that, man. Strolling out there, Momochi. What did he have?
It's like he just woke up, I feel like. I think it's a canteen. I don't know
it's the
what the
bottle.
sponsor logo is on the canteen. But we're not going to get a chance to look. We have Mago coming right back out to the stage. Mr. Mago!
The smoke machine? All right, crowd.
Look at how... Ooh.
Cheer from at home chat room. You're an English crowd. The crowd goes wild. Woo!
Give me some ones in the chat if you're rooting for Magoo. Give me some twos for Momochi.
I feel like people always put one. No matter what you make the options, one seems like a popular one for me.
Someone's gonna put a 3.
Mago's like, come on, man. All right. Man, he had a stick caddy? Someone brought the arcade stick out for him?
That's his stance.
That's crazy.
He has multiple stances, actually.
JoJo's character?
Mm-hmm. You see him every one of these esports poses that these guys do. Mago always has the coolest one. He always has some sort of JoJo's pose.
Yeah, Mago, he strikes me as a pretty cool guy. I don't have the ability to determine it, but he strikes me as a pretty cool human. He just seems like a pretty genuine, happy dude. Momochi, you know, I'm really looking forward to watching him play here because I think he's one of those players that, like, when he's on fire, I think he's one of my favorite players to watch just because he is just so surgical. Mm-hmm. I think, like, the way he plays Kolin to me is, like, so incredibly impressive and beautiful that when he is, like, peak form, when he's playing at his absolute best, like when he's in grand finals of a super premiere like this, he is one of my, like, most interesting players to watch in the world because the way he plays the game forces you to slow down in such a way that I don't think almost any other player can.
Man, even Mago's pregame ritual is so cool. He's so cool. I know you're giving a long speech about Momochi. It was great. I totally agree with you.
Big fan?
Yeah, I am. But man, when he's doing his pregame ritual, it's so damn cool. But also, you know, Mago's been practicing a lot beforehand. I mean, he did do very, very well for himself at PPL. I've seen him grinding it out with Alex Myers as well. He was actually housing Alex Myers.
Dang, look at that crowd.
Yeah, the host is getting into it too.
They're yelling and stuff. They're getting into this grand finals here.
I guess the MC.
That's what they call him, yeah, the MC.
MC.
A little different from us. We're just commentators.
Yeah.
We got no fancy name or anything, just commentators. Mm-hmm. They're the MC and the host. Bring it to you live.
Here we go. So, Momochi, Mago, we've already set up the lore for you. All you gotta do is just sit back, relax, and enjoy some Street Fighter V. It's the finals for Tokyo Game Show. We're here with a live restream. We hope you guys have been enjoying yourself. We've been having a great time just watching these matches overall. It was 1,018 players overall, 128 brackets, down to the final 2.
Yes, we are very, very far away. I think both you and I would have loved to be in Tokyo eating this lovely ice cream and enjoying some Street Fighter, but from the comfort of good old California, it's not so bad either. So we are watching the grand finals here. That lovely roar. That man's vocal cords deserve a raise. I don't know how much they're paying him. Double it, triple it. He's a monster, of course, and we got this match here that we're going to see.
To be fair, it's kind of cheating because it doesn't even sound cool in English.
Yeah, if I did that, I don't think it would be. It's like Let's Get Ready to Rumble. There's only like one human that can do that, right?
And he's got to be a buffer. Any of the buffer line.
Well, speaking of which, we're going to see some buffers here from Mago with the standing medium punch, I think. That move is really good at intercepting like any kind of whip punish with standing fierce or something like that, standing light kick.
That was a standing fierce, but then going to follow through behind it. But either way, Momochi still has that V trigger. Way more threatening with the normals. Yeah, fishing with the stand fierce. Mago just out of range. Oh, connects with the fierce. A lot of time to go into the Tenko. Good amount of damage.
Keeps the pressure. You notice that Mago, again, we talked about it in the first set, taking the fight to Momochi. This is one of those matchups where if you give Momochi time and space, I think it's a bad move. You really have to crowd him and prevent him from just taking up all this screen space and whip punishing. That's when he gets too dangerous.
Time and space, two very, very dangerous infinity stones. Don't give him any of that power.
None of them. Don't get crush countered either. Standing fierce, crush counter is bad.
Oh, he caught him!
He didn't have critical or back dash.
Back dash, I can't believe it. Don't press a button.
He missed the parabellum. That was supposed to be it.
The roundhouse, he ran into the crush countered roundhouse.
Momochi had down jab, stand jab, EX hail instead of parabellum. He over buffered. It was like that guy in the crowd we saw earlier threw Hadouken instead of Shoryuken. It's a miss. He tried to get the quarter circle forward and got the DP instead. Nice.
Oh, weaving out of that range.
One more for Dizzy. Went for the counter. I wonder if he thought he was going to shoulder. That was like the read from Momochi right there. But instead, the juggle, that was sick. He whipped the crouching light kick for timing. Man, a perfect from Mago. September Mago in the building.
I was a little worried because I was wondering what he was going to do after the Mugen was going to come out. And that was so smart of him to do it because mid-screen can be very tricky to continue that combo.
Right.
And he managed to seal the deal. Crouch short into the short Mugen, EX for send off from mid-screen. Very, very tough to do.
Convincing first game. You see the walk up early from Mago into the standing medium punch. He's trying to take up that range, and yeah, I like the way he's playing this. Again, take the fight to Momochi. Don't give him the space to really, play this ground game and whip punish. There's that interrupt button. We saw that last set as well. The back heavy kick from Kolin.
Checking with the low forward again. Momochi trying to walk in and out of that range. Mugen might have been a...
Probably standing heavy kick.
Yeah.
Or a crouching heavy kick. You just get it sometime on accident. Hit confirmed. Out of the corner. 50-50.
What side? Nice
Played it
block.
safe. I think he was there's a little delay there looking for uppercut maybe. Got him! Look at this dizzy adding up. Kolin does so much stun.
Oh, there you go. On the nice and easy crouch jab. Keeping it safe.
Yeah. He just walked back, he gave him time to uppercut, and then said, okay, he hasn't done it, crouch jab. It was really good, safe bit of pressure at the end of the round there from Momochi. No overcommitment. Dash up. Doesn't get the EX Parabellum, actually.
Oh, no confirm off the low forward. You might have thought it was too far out.
I love that there was a whiff on the heavy kick, and Momochi walked in after and did nothing. He was like, I'm going to walk up and just wait to see if you'll hit something. Clean fierce. V-skill whiff. Counter hit combo. He doesn't spend the EX gauge on the Parabellum. The whip punish.
Whip punish stun is a factor. He gets hit by the first part of the EX Hailstorm. It's all Mago now.
I feel like Momochi wanted to swing because the stun gauge was so high. That was a good attempt to bait the throw. Momochi's out of there looking for the crouching medium kick. Activate!
Oh, the slight delay too, getting the counter hit sequence. Oh, back dash again, getting out of the throw. Momochi with the activation.
Yeah, looking for that crouching medium kick, and he got him. 2-bar kill. Should be 1-1 as Momochi crosses him up with the skates. That was clean. I think he really kind of settled on the ground, Although Mago was pressing a lot, he kind of did a good job of walking back and just biding his time. He didn't overcommit on defense too much. I think he did a great job of really recomposing and just saying, okay, he wants to, be the aggressor here. I'll let that happen, and I'll take my opportunities when they come.
The choices of making those back dashes in the corner was just such a perfect time to do it, though, right?
Man, that whip punch hurt my soul. It was so far away. Fishing with that crouching medium kick, that's +1 on blocks. Very, very good crouching medium kick.
Back roundhouses.
Yeah, he's slowing him down. That's a big stop sign button for this character. It has a lot of range. And if you're a Mago and you want to beat that, you have to walk up and stick out a big button. And if you're doing that, then you can get whiff punished by the fierce. That's the Momochi game plan we saw last time.
Not much to fear if you're Momochi, right? After that throw, it's going to be just fine. No big threat coming from Mago or Karin in general after a throw like that. Walking the fierce, good conversion.
Spends 2 bars. All right, not enough. Looks low. Mago raw activates. Woo! And if you're Momochi, you can use that buff crouching jab right now, the crouching medium kick, to try to play slow here. They're really good buttons. Skates in and clips them out of nowhere from half screen away. That was the last bit of V-trigger too.
Caught him with the extended jab, continue the combo nice and easy.
Look at that, back heavy kick, back heavy kick. And then you see the walk back. That was a good adjustment from Mago.
Oh, he missed!
Yeah, missed the combo. Mago made an adjustment. He knows that Momochi's using that back heavy kick as a bait. He wants him to try to walk in and hit a button so he can whiff punish it. And that's perfect. Mago, this set is a great example of footsies and just how to play neutral game against somebody like this, where you see Momochi is trying to bait Mago into walking up. So what does Mago do? He walks even further in, right? He knows that that's the option.
Conversion off the low forward, punishing that sweep.
Yeah, didn't spend any V-trigger gauge either. Jumps out in the front.
Unfortunate.
One more for Dizzy. Waited for the uppercut. And that should be it, actually. He's got some meter to spend. Big damage on the end of this from Momochi.
V-trigger still active, and look at that.
The bodies. That
where?
was where? Right there. It hit clean as ever. Momochi gets it. Although you see the adjustments from Mago too, right? Where Momochi says, I'm going to do this back heavy kick. I'm going to swing with this big button so you'll walk up and whip when you think I'm going to do it next time, and I'll whip punish. So then Mago says, okay, I'll walk up, and instead of hitting the button here, I'll take a little extra step and hit crouching medium kick. That was starting to work out, but Momochi just matched the walk forward with his walk back, and is now, you know, creating that extra little distance. So it's a dance between these two to see who can get into that optimal range.
And I do like the idea of Mago kind of testing Momochi to see if he will commit to the buffered normal as well, just walking into that space, blocking the stand fierce, and you see Momochi fire away with the EX Parabellum a couple times. So Mago is adding these layers to his gameplay to try to break down the big force of Momochi. And Momochi just is riding this momentum right now and in great shape to take it all the way.
It's so hard because if you try to adjust to his ground game, I feel like it's really difficult. You know, he is world class for a reason. I like the sweeps, right? That's another long, low range threat, low threat that he can use to kind of catch Momochi walking back. And again, winner side, wow, the parry. Winner side, we saw 3-1 in the favor of Momochi, and it looks like, you know, we're marching towards that again. A little walk back, beats the throw.
Tag throw.
Got the sweeps. I think at this point, you know, the sweep is a good threat to make Momochi fear walking backwards so that you can walk up and really press these big mediums from Karin. Although Momochi hasn't been deterred so far, still walking back to try to create whiffs.
Nice check on the follow through command dash from Mago.
Yeah, counter hit, so he goes for that crouching heavy punch after. Walks in behind the hill, that reached, man. No. Good adjustment. Mago's adjusting his tool set and using this crouching heavy kick for an extra low threat so Momochi can't walk back and whiff punish. It's just a really good kind of back and forth adjustment on the ground about what buttons to use. These two are really educated in how to play ground game, and you can see it here. Even though it's a slow match, there's a lot of adjustments happening back and forth.
Mago's forced to halt because, okay, Momochi still had VICTRIX left, caught him with the low after the dash up, and now he's in his corner. Forward throw, one more throw is going to do it.
He's got EX Hail available, back heavy kick. Nothing. He let him walk up. And you notice Momochi low block too. He does not want to get hit crouching medium kick. That's the end. The overhead whip.
The whiff punish. Spend it. He got him.
Oh, the over commitment. Momochi jumped back and then went overhead right away. He was hoping that there'd be a dash up from Mago or that he'd react low block, but he was a little too far away.
Great awareness from Mago. And even better reactions. Getting the stand fierce from so far.
Yeah. Fierce into that long range command dash. We saw Momochi try to counter it earlier. It doesn't go for it this time. That sweep too. We're gonna have to see what Momochi has to deal with the sweep because that's really been a big part of the last game and a half here. Jump back in the corner. We've seen that a few times from Momochi as well.
Background house activation route for Momochi. Does have full critical art as well. You can get caught standing, even from this far away. Right? Wow. What a whiff punish.
He used the buff jab in this V-trigger. That was really well done. Skates all the way in. I think maybe skated a little longer than he wanted to, but he got the corner position anyway. Got the hit again.
Good combo. No, Parabellum.
Doesn't spend. Yeah, he had a lot of scaling on that. Working on stun. Got him. Missed the combo. EX Vanity, but committed to nothing to try to bait Mago. And look at this. This is a huge lead from Momochi. Crouching medium kick, the back
and he
heavy.
Thought it was safe to walk forward and try it, but no. Momochi using so much of that back roundhouse.
Yeah, TGS point now for Momochi to get this super premiere. Oh my.
A low forward confirmed, yeah.
That's what we're talking about. The deep walk in.
Nice and easy to B&B.
Roundhouse for Dizzy. Back throw
back kill. He knew it. Back dashes out of there, gets the activation of V-trigger on his own.
No, the crush, that's huge. This is exactly what Momochi was looking for, and Mago swung into it.
50-50.
Waited for the uppercut. He didn't rise to the heavens.
Staying grounded, Mago with composure here. 50% on the V-trigger from Momochi.
He cannot eat another crush counter, though.
He's not moving. There's the activation from Mago. Out of the range for the throw. Back throw.
It's a one-hit match. You know, Momochi's low enough now, the low medium kick.
Oh, the stand fierce. He got the anti-air.
Back dash. Jumped again. In the front. That block was insane. I cannot believe he was in the front. You have to watch the buffers from Momochi. Jumps again. He knows it. He knows that the anti-airs aren't ready in the clutch. Here, the dash in.
He dashed up after the whiff normal. It's too low.
I can't believe there was nothing off the low. Oh, he got him. Okay, he's not dead. Got plenty of life. Spends 2 bars.
Brings him to the corner. Double dash over. Apply the pressure even more.
Hit a button after that standing medium Q. Back vanity. One hit kills.
Jesus.
You cannot die. You can't get hit either way now. This is a really scary spot for Mago. Don't get crush countered by the fears. Scary to hit that medium kick.
Oh! 13 seconds.
Time's running out. Looks for the low.
10 seconds.
He's at the deficit though. He's got to approach. Mago, the vanity
Crouch
perfect.
fierce! What an anti-air! What an answer! 4 seconds left on the clock! The anti-air!
Why
See
did
the crouch
Mago
counter!
hit a button? He
Momochi is your champion! Why did he? I can't believe it!
He hit a button and Momochi, your Tokyo Game Show champion, the super premiere winner, as he stands up and hits the fist pump. He says, man, I'm good. And I cannot believe that with that lead and that much time on the clock, Mago hit a button.
Just shy from being a finalist at EVO, takes a long break, shows back up at the Asia premiere and takes it all the way through. Undefeated, what a run for Momochi.
Steps back in front of this big old crowd here. Defiant. Momochi is so good. That is world-class play. The EVO Japan champion and now the Tokyo Game Show super premiere champ. Man, I can't believe it. Very impressive from Momochi here to clutch this out.
Breathtaking performance, man. That was
Ridiculous.
down to the wire. I honestly thought Mago was going to run away with it and then just got 2 answers.
Yeah, crazy. This is the interview on the stage. I'm sure they got a big check to hand them, right? They have to have some massive check. We're going to have an award
We're gonna
ceremony.
see the